I don't know why that cracks me up every time. Hello, hello. Should probably get some water. What's up, y'all? Gotta get my agua fria. God, I feel like I haven't been hydrating myself lately. I've been dehydrated. Been drinking a lot of hot chocolate, trying to keep warm during these super cold winters. Anything below 70 is cold, though. You know that. What up, y'all? You guys excited? I'm pretty pumped. Gonna be talking with Rome from Sublime with Rome. Fun fact, the first, I think, big concert I ever worked was Sublime with Rome at the Arizona State Fairgrounds. So that was back in 2011. Yeah, that's crazy. Love the hair. It's hot here. Where are you? It's definitely not hot here. I gave up this morning. It was like, it's cold outside. Let's see what we're doing. There we go. All right. I see Sublime with Rome is in. What's up, man? Let's see if we can get you in this room, though. Click on you. All right. We're getting it together. It's getting funky. Hi, everyone. Hello, hello. There we go. All right. Enough of my weird banter.
What up?
Yo, what up, bro? How you doing?
I'm chilling. How you doing?
Not too
turn
bad.
the volume up. Better.
Here, I'm gonna do the same. I'm up in the studio hanging out. What are you up to, man?
I'm up in the studio hanging out.
Are we about to lay down some tracks, man? Because I'm ready.
We're working on some stuff right now.
Oh.
Always working on something.
That kind of sounds like something like I would do. I'm always working on things. I mean, I think that's just a part of our nature, being Hispanic and all, but that's just me.
Yeah, we're working. That's why
workaholics, dude.
I tell my wife all the time. My dad was just visiting, and we were, he's like, man, I got this friend who makes hella money, and he's got all these businesses, and I asked him, I was like, man, when are you gonna retire? When are you gonna retire? He's like, never, man. And then we're talking about it. We're like, I guess there's just two kinds of people in this world, right? There's people who just love to put their brain to use, and some people who look forward to relaxing, and not working, which is I enjoy both, but I don't know. I like to keep my brain active, man. Sure, I like to do it more than I like to keep my body active. That's for sure. Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, you're a creative mind. You're constantly pumping out new stuff all the time, which I'm so curious about this new music you guys are working on. But let's talk about that in a second, man. I am so pumped to see you this Saturday. Concerts in your car.
Yeah.
Nice little drive-in feel with a concert. Ours is going to be at 8:30. When you heard that people were starting to do concerts for at drive-ins and whatnot, was your first instinct to be like, I need to be doing this, or were you kind of sketchy about it at first?
Dude, I was so jealous. I saw the Common Kings. They're a really great band from Orange County. They played the first drive-in show that I ever saw, and I saw it on Instagram, and I was like, what the hell? So I snapshotted it and I sent it to my manager. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Is there concerts now? Can we start playing? You know what I mean? And he had told me they had 1,000 different offers from drive-in shows, but it takes the right type of company that does it safely and does it fair for the audience and fair for the artists, and so there's a lot of variables. And yeah, eventually he was like, we got some offers that make sense, and dude, it's been fucking rad. I mean, we just been playing playing our asses off just because we don't know when's the next time we're gonna play again. Honestly, no one does. So
it's insane, man. I mean, even seeing some of these venues too this past year, a lot of venues that we love and maybe we've grown up visiting, some of them shutting down.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Hard. That's
as
hard
music fans. That's really wild.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up going to some venues, just I'm sure you did, and the fact that they're like no longer here. Some of them, like Slim's in San Francisco. I used to go see so many bands over at Slim's, and now they're gone because of the COVID thing, and just things like that. Where you think about it, and that has a huge effect on people.
Mhm. And not just the people visiting, but the people working,
Hmm.
for the company, or even just like going out and touring and doing stuff. Like
Yeah,
I obviously see it all going on, and it's hard, but at the same time, I really think that there's a light at the end of the tunnel coming, hopefully within this next year. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if I can do
yeah,
another year
man.
of this.
I mean, or else what? Like, we're just gonna sit here and like fucking be like pessimistic. You know what I mean? Or like
Right.
negatively, or just sit in this dark cloud. Hell no. I
No, not at all.
there's a light at the end of the tunnel as well. And I truly do believe that, because human beings are badass. Like, we
Hmm.
weathered so many storms. And I mean, look how fast we've like adapted to like the pandemic. Like, in
Right.
a year, our whole lives changed, and we were like, okay, this is how it is. We got to line up at the grocery store. Okay, I'm not allowed in here. All right, I got to wear a mask. All right, plexi everywhere. Like, just like that, we were able to be like sink or swim, right?
Right. You
And we're
have to
swimming.
adapt in this climate, man. There's
Yeah,
no other way, especially if you want to continue doing the things that make you happy, like music, or,
totally.
even trying to see your family.
Yeah, no, I agree. So I think that what everyone's doing right now, like on the promoter side,
Mhm.
they're getting really creative. They're adapting, and,
Yeah.
and us artists are grateful for that, man. Because it takes a village to put these shows on. It's not just like, me and the guys in the band just like booking these shows with our manager. Like, there's just like over 100 people that go into this whole project.
Mhm.
And yeah, it takes the right circumstances for it to work now, and it takes a lot of creativity. But hats off to all the awesome ass people who are, providing the opportunities for us musicians.
Yeah, for sure. If you're just hanging out or just joining us, I'm hanging out with Rome of Sublime with Rome, who will be here this Saturday for Concerts in Your Car. You can get your tickets at concertsinyourcar.com or hit up our website at altaz933.com. We got some for you there. Rome, this past year has been very interesting for you besides the pandemic going on. This is a really good time to spend with your son who just turned one, this
Yeah,
great family time. How has
yeah.
that been for you?
Dude, it's crazy. So I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old now.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
life is just insane. Um, but it's, I wasn't really around super a lot for my firstborns, like his like my oldest first year, just because
Hmm.
we were touring a lot and stuff, a lot of international that year. And so for this time, like, for me to be around like the 1 year mark a lot, like, it's crazy. There's so much that I didn't really get to see. Like, I didn't notice that. I would have never have known that had I not have had a second child.
Hmm.
But honestly, like, that's like been the silver lining with all that, is like just how close, we've gotten. Like, I'm still with my wife. She doesn't hate me or like doesn't want to divorce me, because we've been beating up each other's ass for like fucking 9 months. So that's cool. And turns out that, like, the kids will drive you crazy, but they won't drive you off a cliff.
That's
So
true.
it's rad. We've all grown, and we've used this time to just start doing new things and learning new things, trying new things. I had a
Hmm.
juice this morning. That was pretty cool.
A
I
juice?
never, yeah, I'm not really a juicer, but I was juicing. I'm like juicing this last week. So, I'm like, that's some shit that came about in the COVID pandemic.
Yeah.
So
Have you learned anything new about yourself during this time?
I believe so. I
Hmm.
think I I've kind of come into uh like acceptance that I'm still a kid, you know, like at heart.
Yeah.
And I've kind of like, cause like when you become like a parent and shit, like you want to like kind of like step it up, mentally as well, everything,
Mhm.
right? But especially like mentally, you want to like start thinking a little more maturely and stuff. And I don't know, in the flight of that, you can kind of lose track of like what makes you you.
Mhm.
And one of the things that makes me myself is my childishness and my like inquisitiveness.
Mhm.
And I've kind of forgotten about that when you get caught into like the hustle, no matter where you are in life. you're playing a game, so to speak. So, and you can get caught. Like after a while, you can lose yourself by trying to do that. And
Yeah.
it happens more so to others. But for me, like I just got caught in just working. You know what I mean? Like not really paying too much attention to family, not too paying too much attention to my friends and stuff, and just trying to chase and get like bigger and bigger and make more greater and greater art. And I learned that my best art comes from when I'm with like the people I love the most and doing the things that I love the most, and
Mhm.
and and when I'm inspired. And then there's
Yeah.
nothing inspiring about like business and hustling. There's like nothing inspiring about that.
Well, I mean, when you're in the mode of constantly providing, you want to make sure that that your family has everything that they need, but
Yeah, totally.
in reality, sometimes they just need you.
I heard this quote. Yeah, absolutely. I heard this quote the other day, or it was like a couple months ago, and it was uh, kids spell love Time, and I was just like, wow, that's really profound.
Yeah.
It's really rad. And it's like you don't really think about it that way because you get caught up in trying to provide a monetarily strong household or whatever, but it's like
Mhm.
that's not what matters. Presence is what matters.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
I
Earlier you
also
were
got this
talking.
jug during COVID. It's
What
like
is it? Is that just
so
telling you how much water you should be drinking?
yeah. So at 7 a.m. you got to be like at that level, and then like 9 a.m. and then yeah, it tells you like good job at like 9 p.m. You had all your water.
What is
You
it, a gallon?
survived it. Dude, it's a gallon of water. That's a lot of water to drink for
Oh
somebody.
yeah.
But I'm a big
I
guy, so a
invested
gallon is
I
nothing.
invested in a hydro flask, dude. This is like the greatest thing ever. I don't know why I never used it as much. And now I'm like constantly trying to drink as much water as possible.
That's
Especially in
good.
Arizona, dude. It's like that dry
Yeah,
heat'll get you even if it's cold.
it's dry out in AZ. It's super dry out in AZ. But
Yeah, dude, but it's gonna be nice when you're here. It's
yep,
like under 70 degrees this weekend. Like
dude,
it's
these
gonna be
drive-in
chill.
shows are where it's at, man. Like I
Mhm.
see people like because okay, if I wasn't a musician, this would be like my ideal concert. I get to sit in my fucking bed in my truck and like just get to like smoke weed and like drink beer. I don't know if I'm probably not allowed to do that, but I would do it anyway. And 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 like it's in the you don't have to worry about someone like stepping on your shoes or spilling beer on your shit, or whatever. It's like so I see people when I'm playing these shows, and I'm tripping out because everyone's just like so comfortable, and then they each have their own scenario. Some people are doing just that on the tail bed. Some
Mhm.
people are all like, bundled up and like got their blankets. Some people are dancing in front of their truck. Some people like got their kids and their kids got like their iPad and they're watching like, Paw Patrol or some shit, and like and the parents are digging it. So it's like everybody finds their own way to party, but you can because you're with everybody, but you're not,
Mhm.
kind of have your space, so it's
Yeah,
nice. I
that's
dig it.
nice.
I
Do you
want to
are
go
you
see
guys
a concert like that.
are you guys bringing anyone to open for you, or is it just you guys straight through?
That's a really good question. I should know that. I don't know, but it might be Bikini Trill. It might be Bikini Trill.
Dude,
They're awesome if you don't know them.
wait for this. Wait for this. Guess who's wearing a
Oh,
bikini frill shirt?
dude, that's radical. That's radical. They're
I
so
love
good, man. They're
them.
so good. Shout out to everybody up in the band. We had them play with us the last two shows, so maybe we can
They're
promote.
some of the coolest people. Every time they come
Yeah,
through
they're great, aren't they?
Arizona, we're always hanging out. Like they're just some of the greatest people in the world. I think we hung out
Yeah,
with them backstage, my partner and and I think we ended up trading edibles, and that was
that'll
a lot
do
of
it.
fun.
That'll do it. And their music's
That's how
fire
friendships
too.
really start.
Yeah, that's the start of.
Well, you know what? Earlier you mentioned that you've been working on music, man. So has that been your entire time in quarantine? You've been dabbling in a bunch of new things you're trying to create? Uh-oh, I lost you. The mute button is on. You got it. Can you hear me? You can't hear me? Okay. Here. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to cancel you out, and then you just come back in. There we go. All right, we're going to try this. Bikini Trail is dope, y'all. No joke. But thanks for hanging out. Again, we are going to be chatting here again with Rome from Sublime with Rome, doing concerts in your car this Saturday. I think 8:30 is the time, and you can get those tickets at concertsinyourcar.com. Waiting for Rome to come back in. Hopefully that works. We'll see. We good?
Yeah, I think we're back.
Yeah.
All
Solid,
right.
man.
Dude, so
technical
you know what
difficulty.
happened? I'll tell you exactly what happened. I have a limit on my phone, like for how long like I can be on social media. I like put it on myself. You know, I try, which I always just hit, you know, ignore or whatever. But I had it and it came up right now. Like you've been on Instagram for I haven't said 5 minutes. So
But I don't know if you heard my last question. You
Oh.
were talking about doing some music earlier. Have
Yeah.
you been working creatively throughout this time? Are you dropping anything new that we should know about? Are you going to play us something new this weekend?
Hell yeah. So we are dropping. Okay, so I've been working on all kinds of stuff. I have this project that I've been doing with Duddy B from the Dirtyheads.
Hell yeah.
One of my best friends. Known him for hella long. You know, we've been always making music together. And we went on a tour last year with our acoustic guitars, and you know, it was just going really great. And then COVID happened, so we got sent home. So we just like kept it writing, you know. We just kept writing music and stuff. And we have like damn near an album like of, you know, stuff done. So it's not recorded or anything, but I have like all of the rough demos. So I've been like working with those and bouncing them down and getting them ready. But yeah, so we're dropping a new song in January.
Hell yeah.
Lahaina. It's really rad. I'll play it for you if I can find it. It's somewhere.
Oh, dude. Oh, I'm going to lose my mind.
But yeah, so doing that, and then in the midst of that, I've been working with Carlos and Eric and like coming up with like new Sublime with Rome stuff too. So cause we're gonna be trying to drop a record, hopefully, you know, by like next year, you know, next summer and fall or something. So yeah, there's a lot of music going on, you know.
Hell yeah. I imagine a lot of writing going on as well.
Yeah.
You know, you mentioned, I think like last year sometime that the song Light On from your latest album was your favorite song you've ever written.
Yeah.
Is that still true?
Yeah, still. I love that song. I don't know. It reminds me of my mom and my wife. I don't know. It's just
That's
like,
kind of nice.
you know, that was just one of those songs where I just like, I feel like I really like put a lot into that, like emotion. And it just feels good, like, you know. And then my son, like, he sings that shit every day. I'm like, God, fucking, why you still sing that song? And he loves that song, you know. So that's kind of cool too, you know what I mean? Like he loves this song too, like the Roman Duddy stuff. Check it out. I was sitting at the table at an open cafe, waiting for a drink of rum. When I asked my waiter what's the time of day, he said, look out, there's a centipede coming your way. In the high, in the high, leaving me stuck in the high, in the sea, the centipede was all over the well, I was sitting in the water in the morning sun. Yeah.
Dude,
we're working on
I want to be on a beach. I want to be drinking and smoking right now. Like, those are
the idea.
Vibes. Those are fucking vibes.
Hell yeah. That's the idea. Kind of get us out of this rut. This, you know, everyone's getting tired of being locked up. So let's take them to the beach.
Oh, for sure, man. That's like one of the first places I definitely want to go once this quarantine ends. I haven't been really anywhere. Like staycations. Like I've gone camping, but that's not the same. You got to be on a beach. Hey, man, exactly. You know, this is also, what, was it last year technically was your 10th year anniversary or this year?
10th, this year.
This year, okay. But I also noticed that the 10th anniversary of yours truly is coming up.
Damn, is it? Yeah, that's right. Next year, huh?
Next July, man.
Getting old to trip.
Dude, it goes by so quick. You don't even know, especially when you have kids. Everything just goes by so fast. Do you think you might do something special for the album, like for fans or anything?
Yeah, dude, for sure. If we're allowed to do concerts again, maybe we'll play like in its entirety or something. That'd be sick, like a two-set thing.
Yeah,
But
that'd be
yeah,
dope.
I had no idea. So now that you mention it, I'll cook something up.
It,
Maybe
it's
special release.
one of my favorite albums.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, for real, because
Appreciate
when I
that.
started getting into radio was in 2011, and I was mentioning this earlier. The first time I worked like a big concert event was actually for you guys at the Arizona State Fair, and
Was that the one
it
that
just,
Weezer played?
I think so. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I was
And
just telling a story about that show.
yeah, so I was, I'd been listening to that album for like the longest time in 2011. So
That's so rad, man.
I'm excited to see what you guys end up doing for this. This is going to be
Well,
dope.
I'll make it extra special, and I'll have you in mind
Dope,
for
dope.
sure.
Well, hey man, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. I do have one last question.
Yeah, no worries.
Now that Arizona is legalizing weed, which Sublime with Rome vape strain would you recommend?
Probably Mayday. That's my favorite. Mayday
Yeah.
Purple is like, I take that pen everywhere I go. I'm not, everywhere, but
Did you pick?
everywhere.
Did you get to name some of the strains, or they just like came at you with all?
So we worked with Sticky Vape like exclusively for these things for a while, probably like 7 months before we even dropped them. And actually, we gotta come up with some new stuff because yeah, we have some like dub mixes that we're planning on like dropping soon too. So a lot of stuff in the works. But anyway, yeah. No, those pens, like we hand like cross those strains too. I chose every single one of those strains that we crossed to make those pens. So it wasn't like it was like a previous batch and we just threw artwork on them. Like no, we actually put those things together. Shout out to Sticky Vape, man. They're fun. They're fun.
Dude, that is awesome. Yeah, normally when I talk to bands and they're like doing some stuff with like CBD or whatever, it's usually someone came up to them and they just like threw their name on it. But it's dope that you're working very close with them. That's really cool.
That was the whole thing. And honestly, we've been working with them for like probably like 4 or 5 years now. So it's like, we have like that kind of relationship now, especially where it's like, if, we're going to do something, like we kind of take it from the ground up, like involve ourselves in every step of the process. That way no one can come at you saying that your shit is not working or it's not good, That's like the last thing you want.
Of course. Well, hey man, Rome, I appreciate you taking some time and hanging out with me today. I'm really looking forward to this Saturday with concerts in your car. Any parting words that you want your fans to know?
Yeah, thanks for being fans, and take care of each other, spread positivity. There's a whole lot of that still around in the world. You just got to look for it. And yeah, just be kind. Take care of yourself.
Definitely. All right, man. Keep smiling. I'll catch you later. Have a good one. We'll see you this Saturday.
Take care.
Bye.
Later.